This man saved a crocodile from dying. Years later, you'll never believe what happens. In the deep sea, there are dangerous creatures that attack quickly and strongly. Fishermen avoid their areas to stay safe. One of these fishermen was Basso. He lived a calm life until something happened at sea that changed everything. Basso used to go fishing every day on his old wooden boat to catch fish. He did this to take care of his baby son Booty, so Booty wouldn't have to be a fisherman like him. Basso's job was to fish alone. He had to get everything ready carefully, like bait and fishing lines. Then he'd sail his boat along the river for about 10 minutes until it met the calm sea. One peaceful morning, when the sun was just coming up, Basso felt happy in his usual fishing spot. He liked being alone before the busy day began, but he didn't know that hidden danger was waiting in the calm water, something that would really challenge him. Basso grew up on Benton Islands. He watched as the islands changed into a busy city over time. When he was a kid, he and his dad would spend a lot of time in their boat, away from everyone else. But now, big ships could be seen far away, bringing coal and stuff to the island. This made the place richer, but also made the river more polluted. Even with all these changes, Basso tried not to let it bother him. Even though the city was growing, Basso still felt close to his hometown because of the sea. When he had free time, he liked to go out on the water near the reef to find new fish. Sometimes the most surprising things happened when he least expected them. One day, Basso was getting ready to fish during sunrise when something strange happened in the water. Something pulled on his fishing line suddenly, making him jump. He thought he'd caught a big fish, but what he saw below was something much scarier than a fish. There was a crocodile down there, much bigger than any he'd seen in shallow water before. It was a young crocodile, about 3 feet long, and it was struggling with a plastic bag stuck in its mouth. Basso realized it was in trouble and needed help. Basso acted quickly and jumped onto a dangerous crocodile. He fought with it in the water. Even though the crocodile was strong, Basso's experience from pulling his boat made him tough. He managed to get a piece of plastic out of the crocodile's mouth, saving himself from certain death. Basso used his feet to push the crocodile away and swam back to safety. When Basso and the crocodile looked at each other, there was a tense moment. Then, the crocodile quickly disappeared. Basso went back to his boat, squeezed the water out of his wet clothes, and tried to understand what had just happened. Even though he was still full of adrenaline, the day had more surprises in store for him. As Basso went back to the river, he heard splashing behind his boat. He looked back and saw the crocodile near him again. Basso was surprised because he didn't expect to see it. He didn't know what the crocodile wanted, so he started rowing faster, but the crocodile kept up easily. It seemed like the crocodile was playing with the boat, gently pushing it. Basso realized the crocodile might want to interact, so he threw a fish to it. The crocodile happily accepted and swam next to Basso's boat until they reached Basso's home. Despite his wife being worried about the crocodile nearby, Basso wasn't afraid. He approached the crocodile carefully and gave it another fish. They got close to each other. After a short swim together, the crocodile left, but the experience stayed with Basso, showing that the story wasn't finished yet. After a quiet time, Basso's wife had some exciting news. While he was fishing with his son, she called to say something amazing happened. The crocodile they knew from before had come back, looking for Basso. While he was away, his wife and neighbors, who knew the story, fed the crocodile. When Basso returned the next day, he found the crocodile waiting for him. They met in a shallow part of the river, where Basso saw that Jumbo had grown into a big crocodile, 23 feet long. Despite growing, Jumbo still liked Basso, remembering how he had saved her. Since Jumbo came back, Basso always checks for her by going out in his boat to search the river, like looking for a lost pet. He makes sure she's fed, even when he's not there, asking neighbors or friends to feed her if he's away. This keeps Jumbo from getting hungry and strengthens their bond. Over time, Basso's son, Booty, also liked Jumbo. One of his favorite things to do was to feed the crocodile with his dad. Jumbo still likes fish best, but sometimes she eats chicken or beef. Jumbo's story inspired Booty to fight against river pollution by cleaning it up regularly and wanting to become a politician to solve the problem. For 20 years, Jumbo kept visiting Basso's home, sometimes following his boat through the river, just like their first meeting. When Jumbo got hurt, Basso took good care of her, even asking a vet for help, which showed how rare their friendship was. But Basso and Jumbo proved the doubters wrong by staying friends.